All right. Hello, everyone. How are you today? It's Kay. So, this is a live stream on the 15th of December. This is on Wednesday. So, looks like the AUD is very strong and CAD pairs CAD is very weak today. So, we will take charts together and see what's happening by Ichimoku Kingo today also. So yeah, let's start now. So all right. So let me switch the screen and start the session. So quick disclaimer, this content is all based on my own experience and knowledge. So when you take trades, please do at your own risk. And also, since this is live stream, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. Okay, so I do see many comments now. Thank you for joining everyone. Asif, Nadim, and Harshal, Kush, and Wanlan, Jalash, and Richard, Gabriel, and Tyler, and Kush. Thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you. Okay, so yeah. So yesterday, I wasn't able to do live because I had to go outside. So I took the video about psychology, how to release stress and how to be emotionless, how to reset your emotion psychology on the yesterday's video. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. So this is live stream, so we check charts live together. So let me turn to the trading view. Okay, and so I will look at the AUD pairs and CAD pairs today. So before doing that, let's check the strength chart and see how it looks like. So this is the currency strength chart. You can simply type currency strength chart in Google and find this page. But at a glance, you know which currency is strong, which currency is weak. So basically, when you see the currency to be top, this is the strongest one, and blue is AUD. So we know that AUD has been very strong today. And also the weakest is all the way at the bottom, and this is CAD. The purple is CAD. So you know that CAD is very weak right now. So as a pair, AUD CAD is the strongest one uptrend. And then AUD USD also is a very strong uptrend also. So in that sense, let's check these two pairs first. So I will check the AUD CAD first. So AUD CAD is over here, and this is a daily time frame. It's a daily time frame, and now the market is going up. Today alone, it went up 0.73%. And pips wise, it went up all the way, like almost like 70, more than 70 pips. It's bullish today. So we can know that this pair is a very strong uptrend. So, but the question is whether it goes up still or not. It may stop in reverse, so we have to see how far it goes. And as per daily chart, I know that there is a Kumo up here. So the market might be resisted by the Kumo, Senko span A or B, and retrace backwards. So that's one of the situations. So let me just delete all these unnecessary lines and put the line on the Senko span A, because potentially that will be the target for today. So Senko span A level today is 0.9226. So the market might reverse from there. And with that in mind, let's switch down to the forward chart. So here's forward chart, and the Kumo looks good. The Kumo is up and looks good. Senko span B flat, but Senko span A is up. And Kijun Sen flat, but Tenkan Sen is up, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is showing a nice uptrend. So when you take a buy, when you took a buy today sometime, or when you take a buy right now, you can keep holding until the market breaks Tenkan-sen in this strategy. So yeah, this is a nice uptrend in forward chart. And also, I also look at the 1 hour chart. In 1 hour chart, now the Kumo's up also, Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen is up, and Chikou span above the candles too. So this is also showing uptrend. So after the previous 2 doji candle breakout, the market has been moving up very nicely. So AUD/CAD, we can look for the buy chance. Ideally, you want to wait for the Kijun Sen to turn up. So that will be a breakout of the previous resistance. So to be safer, I would wait for the 1 hour resistance breakout, which is 0.9207, and target will be on the Senko span A in the daily chart, which is, in pips wise, we have about 20 pips in room to trade. Of course, the market may break that level and keeps going upwards, and in that case, you don't exit, you just simply trail the profit along the way. But if it reverses backwards, then simply exit and look for another buying opportunity. So that's what I mean by target. I don't usually set TP. I just see the TP in my mind on these higher time frames, Kumo, Tenko span A or B, or other resistance lines. But I also expect that the market breaks at these levels and it keeps going up in this case. So AUD/CAD, this one is good. So let me turn this to green because this is now uptrending. And let me just delete the other pairs because it might confuse the participants today. Okay, so we are looking at the AUD/CAD 1 hour chart now. And it is about to break. It's about to break the resistance. And once it does, we look for the buy chance in the lower time frame. So let's wait until that happens. And in the meantime, let me check some comments now. So once again, thank you for joining. Great to see you once again. Oh, by the way, I just uploaded the video on my second channel today too about the Sky Lounge. So yeah, you can enjoy that video also on my second channel. Alright, so let's see. Sorry, I have a bit sore throat. You might hear my voice is a bit ugly, but I apologize for this throat condition. Okay, William and Alex, Brian, good to see you. Roger, thank you for joining as well. Alright, for him says, I'm very confusing in Nifty 50. Okay, so Nifty chart, let me quickly take a look. Nifty is an index in India. So let's see. Okay, so I look at the weekly time frame. On the weekly, the Kumo is now flat, and the Kijun Sen is up, but Tenkan Sen flat, and the market is in between Tenkan Sen and Kijun Sen. And since Kumo is flat, this is a range, or this is more of the bearish N wave. So, but basically, what I talk about is universal among any pairs, any market. So, if this is not Forex, you can still hear this as just like a Forex pair. So I can see that the market has been reverse N wave right now. So the market may be resisted by the Tenkan Sen or the previous support and continue to go down this way. Or it might go range. So this is the market to stay away from myself. But let me check the daily time frame. Okay, in the daily time frame, this is completely flat also. So the market was on the bearish N wave previously. It was bearish until over here. This is 29th of November. The market has been bearish. And after 29th of November, we had this pin bar doji. And after this, the market is now on the N wave bullish. So in this short term, this is uptrending. So the market may go up still. But as we saw earlier on the weekly chart, since there's a Tenkan Sen and also previous support, the market may be supported or resisted by here and go down. So I would draw the line here on 17626 level, and I hold until the market breaks. If it breaks that level, then you can look for the buy chance afterwards. So that will be a buy, or You wait for the retracement, pull back and push back, and buy will be the strategy. And expect the market breaks the Kumo in the daily time frame. But right now, my advice is to do nothing in this market. Yeah, so also, always watch wave analysis also. Always watch wave. Which way the market is going in terms of wave is also very important to look at. Alright, good to see you, everyone. Andrew Law says, "Hi Kay, hope you made some good pips on the USDCAD trade on Monday." Yeah, so USDCAD trade, I exited 2 trades, 2 positions, and one I exited with a 44 pip profit, and the other one I exited with 39 pips of profit. So yeah, let me briefly explain on that. Hold on. So this is my trade. Hold on, let me put this one on the Discord. Okay, so this was my trade. Yesterday, I took the I think I can just do it like this. I took the USDCAD buy. I bought and trading profits, and I was explaining that on Monday live stream, and I exited one of the trades here. The market went backwards in 5-minute chart. This is in 5, and I was leaving charts, and when I came back to the chart, I found the market went all the way down in 5, but not only that, I saw a Tenkan-sen breakout in 1-hour chart. So hold on, let me enlarge this so that you can see in a bigger picture. Okay, so this is my trade on Monday, and so I entered here on the white line. I entered 2 trades. I took 2 trades, 2 positions buy, and I keep trading all the way up, and I came back to the chart and I found that Tenkan-sen break in 1-hour chart. So this is 1 hour on the right, and on the left is M5. So, and this was when I exited one of the positions, because the market has been above the Tenkan-sen, but this was a moment when Tenkan-sen breakout happened in 1 hour. And in 5, it looks like this. So I simply exit manually, and this was 44 pips of profit. But the other position, I kept my stop loss below the previous low. But after I see this huge drop, I move the stop loss to the previous low in 5 here. And that is my second screenshot over here. So, oh no, not this one. So yeah, it was this one. I moved another stop loss, which was originally here, but I moved it to here, below the previous low, so that once the market hits that level, I will just simply exit. So, and it did actually. So I just kept the position because 1 hour was still uptrending. So there was still a chance that the market goes up this way. But once the market reverses backwards, I will simply exit with 39 pips of profit. And with that in mind, I left the chart until yesterday's morning. Yeah, yesterday's morning. Then I see the market took that stop loss, and I took the 39 pips of profit. So yeah, it was a good trade for myself. And right now, hold on, let's see. So yeah, now I have AUDCAD trade. I just took the trade about 1 hour ago, and still keep holding that trade. So I will report as it goes on. But yeah, so coming back to the topic, so moving back to Forex AUD/CAD, this one is still moving up, and let me go down to 1 hour again. So in 1 hour chart, the market is about to break the resistance, and once it does, I will look for the buy chance. Because Kijun-sen flat, so the market may retrace back to Kijun-sen in this case. So we better wait for the Kijun-sen up and buy afterwards. All right, so let's see. Okay, so this is one I want to talk about, and the next one is the according to the strength chart, it was AUD and yeah, let's see. AUD USD is good, AUD JPY is also good. So let's look at the AUD USD first. So here is AUD USD, and let's look at the daily time frame. All right, in the daily time frame, this is downtrending as per daily, because you can see that the Kumo is still down, Tenko span A is down, and Kijun-sen pointing down, and Chikou span below candles. So today is bullish, but this bullishness might not gonna last that long, and it may retrace backwards very soon, because overall in the bigger, higher time frame, this is a bearish trend. So and then if you look at 1 hour, this is still ranging. Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat still, Chikou span break, but since we have all the flat Kumo Kijun-sen, the market may retrace back to within the Kumo. So this is not a good time to buy, so I will just keep holding until 1 hour Kijun-sen points up. And also, if you look at the 30, this is now flat also. You can see that the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, so the market may retrace backwards. It is retracing backwards now to Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, so this is not a good time to buy yet or sell. So AUD USD, I will stay away, and let me now look at the AUD JPY. So AUD JPY below Kijun-sen, so still this is bearish technically, but today is bullish. So let's look at 1 hour. If I look at 1 hour, this is now flat Kumo, flat Kijun-sen, flat Tenkan-sen, Chikou span above the candles, but since all the lines are flat, the market may be resisted at the previous resistance at 81.49 and retrace. So it may retrace backwards right now and retrace back to the Kijun-sen, or it may touch the resistance and retrace back to Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. So in that sense, this is not a good timing to buy either. So I would stay away from this market too. All right, Milos says, Mr. K, when looking at the strength chart, how to look at which pair are the best to trade? So I would say right now, the best one to trade is AUD and CAD. Because AUD is at the top, this is the strongest among all the currencies, and CAD is the weakest among all the currencies. So as a pair, AUD-CAD has the most volume, most volatile market. So I would say AUD-CAD is the best from the strength chart. But always remember to check markets, check charts, and analyze by your own strategy, Ichimoku candlesticks, and always look for an entry chance. For myself, currency strength chart is just for reference, but it doesn't make me trade. I always have to refer to the chart and see if the market is going towards a major direction. Sometimes, let's say today, AUD-CAD is very strong, but it may be against the daily time frame. It may be against the weekly direction. In that case, I have to be careful. Yeah. When Kijun-sen flat, it shows retracement, so you better wait for Kijun-sen up to buy. Yeah, but as Alex mentions, it doesn't always retrace. You see the market Kijun-sen flat, and that means the market is in equilibrium, as Alex mentions. That's a good point. So this is when the market momentum becomes 50-50. So it may go up and down, and we don't know when Kijun-sen flat. But when you see Kijun-sen up, that means more buyers and sellers in this uptrend. And that's the market where you want to look for the buy chance. And you never want to trade where the chance is 50-50. John Harris says, how do you place time cycles on TradingView? I have a couple of videos on time cycles, so you can search my YouTube and find these videos in the past. All right, good to see you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Lahan says, chances of AUD-CAD getting rejected by November 23rd high. So AUD-CAD. So let me go back to the weekly time frame. So let's see, where was it? November 23rd. So it was around here. It may be rejected and retrace. And on the weekly, the market is above the Kijun-sen, but this candlestick hasn't closed yet. It closes within 2 days. So once it closes, if the close becomes below the Kijun-sen on the weekly, then from next week, it may continue to go down. So Kijun-sen rejection might happen also, together with a resistance from the 23rd of November. All right, let's see. Hello, Eugene. Good to see you. Please comment on significance of Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen convergence or divergence. So when you simply see Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, like so let's say Tenkan-sen up and Kijun-sen down, this is equal to flat. Basically, this means flat market. It's a range, basically. Because in the short term, it goes up, but in the midterm, it's going down. So the market is in fight between short-term buyers and mid-term sellers. So that's the range market. It's range. So usually when I see that, I stay away. Yeah. Okay, what was the risk-reward ratio of that trade you took? So originally, I took the stop loss of, I think it was 20 some pips. So it's slightly above 1-to-1, like 1 to 1.5 or so, I think. All right, so let me check some other markets now. So let me screen charts now. In the daily time frame from top, Euro USD is about to break the P wave now. So I'm still waiting for the clear P wave breakout, which might happen today. And then I will look for the sell chance from tomorrow. Oh, by the way, today there will be FOMC later tonight, so you have to be careful for this. The impact is unknown. Sometimes it gives impact very big throughout the currencies and markets. So before the news, FOMC, make sure to move the stop loss break even if possible, or simply exit and come back after the news. Yeah, and besides that, before there will be a news in Canada, BOC's governor's speech will be there, and then FOMC, and then tomorrow we have AUD and NZD news in the Asian morning time. So yeah, but Euro USD technical analysis, this is P wave potential breakout. I'm looking for that. And Euro AUD is flat. Euro Pound is also flat. It's retracing back to Kijun-sen, so it may bounce and goes up or breaks Kijun-sen and go down. And we can't tell which way it's going right now. And let's see, USDCAD. USDCAD is nicely up and bullish right now. So let me take a look at the 1 hour chart. Alright, in 1 hour chart, it is also up. The Kumo's nicely up and bullish. And always look at the thickness of the Kumo. If you see the Kumo thickness like this, this is a good sign for this stable uptrend. And also, if you look at the angles of Senko span B and A, they are also pointing upwards. And Kijun-sen is pointing up, and Tenkan-sen up, and Chikou span above candles. So this is showing strong bullish trend. So we can look for the buying edge in the lower time frame. So let's look at the 5 and look where we can possibly buy in this market. Okay, so looks like there is a nice resistance breakout. So again, we have to wait for the candle close on this one, which happens in about 40 seconds. And if it closes above resistance, then we can expect a continuous N wave bullish from here. So that will be a good sign for the continuous bullish trend. But if it doesn't close above the resistance, then we have to wait for the next candlestick close. And also, there is a nice trend line bounce in 5-minute chart. This is ascending P wave, and it's about to break. After the breakout will be a good buy chance. And it looks like it just closed, but looks like this candlestick closed on the previous resistance. So it wasn't a breakout, so I would wait for this candlestick close. So let's monitor together for the next 5 minutes. If it closes above or below this resistance level, and decide whether to buy or not. Chana Arasagi says, please explain concept of flat Kumo. Flat Kumo simply means its range in long term. Kumo shows long-term market direction and momentum. So especially Senko span B shows the long term, and Senko span A is supportive to Senko span B. But when you see flat Kumo in Ichimoku, that means that the range in the long term. In Ichimoku, long term is 52 candles, and mid term means 26 candles, and short term means 9 candles. It's different from time frame. It's the number of candles is what the term means in Ichimoku. All right, good to see you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Yeah, USDC is bullish in higher time frames. Yeah, that is true. That is true. So it is going up right now in 5, but this is only happening in 5-minute chart. So let's see. If it retraces back within the resistance or not, it will close in 2 and 48 seconds. All right, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, so we are monitoring the USDCAD right now. Okay, so now I will also put the Bollinger Bands in stochastics and see how it looks like. So stochastic gold cross happened before, and now it's band walking. So if it closes above the resistance on this candlestick, then we're good to buy. So let's wait for another 1 minute and 40 seconds. Because we never know. Sometimes the market drops all the way in the next 1 minute, and this becomes pin bar, or this becomes a doji like this, and when the market sees this from the next candlestick onwards, it may reverse and goes backwards. So in this case, we have to be very careful. We have to be patient to wait for the candlestick close. Okay, Muhammad says, what is the meaning of the very thinkable? Thinkable means that it's if it's up and thin, that means overbought. If it's down and thin, that's oversold. And if it's thin and flat, that means a true range market. Yeah, so let's see. We are monitoring the USDCAD right now in a 5-minute chart. Okay, most likely it closes above the resistance. So here I would buy. So let me just do this on this trading view. I will just put the buy, marketplace buy, and stop loss in this case would be, let's see, if I buy right now, considering spread, the actual trade will be slightly above here. And for the stop loss, I would take 36 pips for the stop loss. I will simply put 36 here and buy right now. But if you do this, please do at your own risk, please. Okay? This is all based on my own experience, and I'm not here to encourage anyone to trade. But yeah, if I buy, I would think like that and place buy right now. So let's see how far it goes. So once again, in the daily chart, it is now bullish. The Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is up, and Tenkan Sen is also up, and Chikou span above the candles. And also, in the 1 hour chart, it is up too. The Kumo's up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above candles. And in 5, we've waited for this ascending P wave breakout. So as we monitor the chart, here, there was almost breakout. But to be safer, I waited another 5 minutes until this next candlestick close. And since it closes above the previous resistance, it confirmed me that the market broke the resistance, and then expect the market goes up in this way. It may retrace back to the trend line, but even so, it may bounce and goes up this way. So I will just hold as the market goes up like this. Let me just extend this trend line like this way. There is a resistance level just on top of this candle. Yeah, there was a resistance from a daily time frame. I think it was. There's a long wick. This was from 20th of September, and I knew it, but I took the buy because this was only one single candlestick resistance, and it may break. If we see uptrend in multiple time frames like this, it may break and goes up still. So that's why I've decided to take a buy. And simply if it reverses backwards, I will exit. There's a very small pips, so with a good risk management, it's totally fine. Can you explain me the Chikou span head strategy? I'm not sure. I never heard of Chikou span head strategy. Okay, so coming back to 5-minute chart. So still expecting that the market goes up towards my direction. It's only 2 pips, so it's still nothing. So we have to be patient until we see the next N wave form in 5-minute chart. But I would exit, so I keep monitor the chart this time, and one of the timings where I think about exit is once the market goes back within the previous range. And I want to see how the market reverses to the range, and then decide whether I exit or not. Let's say if I found double top here, and reverse backwards and breaks the resistance, then most likely I will exit. Or if I see head and shoulders and reverse backwards and goes back within the range, then I will exit too. But if the market simply breaks the resistance in I wave, then most likely I won't exit, because in I wave is still a continuation of the N wave bullish like this way, because I'm talking about this N wave. It may go up on the N wave like this, so most likely I won't exit in this I wave. But if the market retraces, hold on, let me delete these lines. If the market retraces all the way down and breaks the support either here or here, then I will consider to exit. Of course, I have to see charts at that time, how the market retraces backwards, but most likely these will be an exit timings in this I wave retracement in 5. But with this mind, I monitor the chart. So yeah, a couple of days ago, I had the talk, and I was explaining about the ryobo structure. Ryobo in Japanese means you have to forget about the both sides. I mean, the both sides means if the market goes up, then what would you do? And if the market reverses backwards, then what would you do? You have to think about these 2 scenarios and then monitor chart like this, so that when the market happens to retrace, you know when to exit. So you have to trade as if you are you are kind of foreseeing the market patterns and market directions. Of course, we don't see future, but you can guess what might happen. And if it really happens, then that will be your exit timing. And also, no bias towards the market. When you buy right now, let's say, if you took the buy with me together today, right now, then you might be biased towards the uptrend. So you only expect the market goes up and you never expect the market reverse. But once it does, then you might get upset. So no bias to the market and no emotion to the market. As Goichi Hoso says, we have to see charts as if we have no positions. Even if you own the trade, you have to see charts as if you have no positions. And by creating these scenarios ahead, you can have no bias in however the market moves after this. Yeah, so that's the talk today. So yeah, I guess I will be ending the live in about a few minutes, because after this, today, there will be a Ichimoku Zoom Cafe for Ichimoku community members. So I will be ending this live in about maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But until the end of the live, let's continue to monitor the chart together. Yeah, Brian, you're welcome. Yeah. As Brian mentions, there will be a big news in about a few hours from now. So one is BOC governor speech at 17, and also at 19 there will be FOMC. So if you can't move the break even, move the stop loss to break even, then you better exit and you better take some profit and watch news afterwards. And sorry, take trades, come back to charts after the news. Yeah, because we never know what kind of impact these news can give. All right, TikTok says, what do you think about the NZD-CAD? I think it's retracement to Kijun-sen. All right, let me check quickly. So NZD-CAD. Okay, I put the daily time frame. And yeah, looks like it is retracing back to Kijun-sen. Yeah. Kumo down, Kijun-sen down, but the retracement is very deep, so it may touch Kijun-sen and reject it by the Kijun-sen and go down this way. Is my view. Richard says, what trading platform do you use? I mean, I use MT5 to trade myself. Okay, so I guess that's it for today's live stream. But good luck on this USDCAD if you took the trade. But always make sure to think when would you exit. If the market retraces backwards, when would you exit? Always keep that in mind and monitor chart along the way. Okay, so yeah. That's it for today's live session once again. So yeah, if you liked today's live stream and if you thought you learned something new, then please press the like button before you leave. That would be great. And I will see you in the next one. And for those who are Ichimoku members, I will see you there at Ichimoku Zoom Cafe. Alright, so have a wonderful day and stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Right, bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.